Sarah,
Hello.
thanks for joining me. Start with who you are, what your business is, what problem do you solve?
Sure.
Give me the elevator pitch. Go for it.
So, Sarah O'Reilly and founder of b-mee, which is a parent tech company, and we build solutions to help children learn more life skills and skills that they can take into the future, whilst also giving mum and dad a helping hand in the home. So I invented the world's first reward box for children, and
that's a critical claim. World's first, right?
Yeah, it's patented.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so it's been approved in the UK. It's pending worldwide. It's very exciting, and it's quite an amazing achievement, I feel. I'm very passionate. I spent my whole life trying to find that thing.
Yeah.
And I am very creative, and I'm glad this is it, because it hasn't felt like a day's work since. It's been difficult, but anyway, so b-mee is a tool that parents can use to incentivize their children to complete daily routines, tasks and chores. They earn a single daily digital star, and then they accumulate stars to earn the reward in the box. So they might need to do that for 7 days or 10 days, depending on what the child's age is and the parents' requirements of them. So it really teaches them consistency, independent learning, taking accountability for their actions, which is really important. But simple life skills, foundational from the ages of 3 up to around 9, 10. And then our second business that we're looking to grow and build alongside is the follow-on business, which is B+. And that is a financial AI family bank. So we transition them from earning digital reward tokens and physical rewards into digital tokens and financial rewards.
Fantastic.
And then really teaching basic money skills, not financial literacy, not T's and C's and all the lingo that everyone feels they need to know, but actually investing, saving, compound interest, what's debt, how do you leverage it? What do we need to know to be adults? What do we need to know to make money work for us? Because that is the key. We are working for money, we're living to work, and actually most people are just struggling on a day-to-day basis.
Definitely.
I am one of them. And it's, really difficult and challenging. And I have been terrible with money throughout my life because I never understood it. And I didn't see it as a tool. And money is a tool. And people just need to learn more about that. But parents struggle. Most adults don't even understand money. They don't know how to use it. 90%, I think, of parents admit
I would agree, yeah. I would agree.
So, and I think that's a real problem. So how do we tackle that? And it starts early years. And it's just by taking out the fear and the stress of money and just teaching them what it is to earn, what it means to be, in control of your actions, but also delayed gratification. So we're not
Big one.
A judgmental company. We're not saying you should parent this way or that way. Everyone is different, and I winged it with my first, and then with your second,
as did we all.
So you get a bit different, like a different experience every time you have another child. And my third is probably the most independent at the age he is now. So. And that's just through experience, and trying different things and teaching them differently. So, yeah, we're trying to make a big movement. We're building an ecosystem. It's not just a product. This is a support system for families. And I feel like we need simple solutions and we need simple education.
I'm going to say something that's probably quite controversial, but I think it's a bittersweet moment that businesses like yours exist.
Right.
Because we've been saying that the school system needs to be doing this as well. Like, I'm glad that your business exists. We need it. We need we need that support, because sure as hell it's not coming from the education system.
No.
So, like I say, it might not be that controversial, but I find it really bittersweet, because I wish I'd had that education as well. I was terrible with money for a long time, but my parents never didn't have financial literacy either, really.
Yeah.
My dad was too tight, my mum was too lenient with money, but she never had any of it. And it's like, it's just crazy that we have to, we get to that point and no one's intervening and no one's stepping in and maybe they don't want us to learn about money
They don't.
because we just, yeah. Is that what you think?
I really don't think they do. And I think, I think they want us to know enough to survive, to stay in the system, to pay our taxes, to make sure that their money wheel spins round.
It's a very cynical view of the world, isn't it?
Well, it is a little bit, and I don't like that. And I feel like there are some really good people trying to make a difference in the world. You can't even say who you think is a good person right now. It is so scary. If you take one side and it's not the right side, you are alienated. So that's why we don't want to be judgmental. We don't want to get involved in politics. We should all have an opinion.
Yeah.
We should all be allowed to debate healthily what we believe and what we don't. But when I'm thinking about the business, I can't afford to have those opinions. I have to work out what's going to benefit our users. And when it comes to school, it's something that I needed. It's something that my kids need. And I'm scared for their future right now. There are so many threats. And what I do believe is we can only control what we can control.
100%, yeah.
So they will be able to control their future when it's about money and business and their kind of activity levels and energy that they have. And are you looking after your body, your health, your mindset? Are you eating the right foods? And that's a challenge for kids on its own. And
oh my God.
I have 3 children.
Alike, yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult, and everyone's getting intolerances and allergies. So everything is so much harder these days. And I spoke to my mum the other day and she said, I'd easily go back 20, 30 years and live in that day and age again, because I just don't know if I enjoy where we are right now. And that's my fear. And I see all these millionaires and billionaires leaving our country, and I can't blame them.
No.
But I also am like, just stay, invest in the schools, invest in communities, fight for our country and the people that live in it, because our children's future is literally hanging in the balance. And I just feel like there are simple solutions that aren't being tackled. And yeah, I think there's some really good people here this weekend who are phenomenal, who are really fighting this cause within the Department of Education.
Yeah, definitely.
Are they going to get somewhere? I hope they do.
It's something needs to happen, otherwise it's going to break, and it's going to break fundamentally, and it's going to break in dramatic style. I think, or people might just start rejecting it.
Yeah.
But I was talking to another guest, and I asked her to look into the child welfare bill that politicians are trying to pass, and it's because it on the face of it looks okay, but there's some very dangerous subtopics within that bill, and if we don't change the system, if we don't fight back and ask what we want, ask for what we want and get what we would like, or at least we are.
But it starts with you and me.
It does, yeah.
It starts with the people in this field and the entrepreneurs of the world. We can help. As we grow our businesses, as we start making money that can actually make a difference, we should invest that into our communities and the local schools.
Yeah, 100%.
And we can help in small but simple ways by helping parents. I mean, parents should not be struggling this much. They should be enjoying their kids.
They really, yeah.
Yeah. And I honestly hold my hands up. I'm not, by no means I've nailed being a mum. I just give my best every day. And sometimes it's enough, and sometimes people feel it's not. I'm judged for being an entrepreneur. I'm judged for risking, financial stability, for risking it all.
That pisses me off hearing that, though, because you'll make it. You'll have your version of success of whatever that is, and whether that's now or later, and people will go, "Oh, congratulations, Sarah, you did it." Yeah, it's like no. You congratulating me on where I am now, not how I got here.
Yeah,
and it's like it's about the journey. It's about what you're going through, and as a mum as well, as a working mum, as an entrepreneurial mum, I applaud you. I applaud everyone who's doing that in this field. I think it's incredible. What's the overall vision? What vision do you have? If you could open a newspaper or look at on your phone in 30 years' time, what change would you want to see in the world?
That people have got control of their finances and are traveling the world and are exploring different cultures, meeting different people, living a balanced life, working. I like you said about success. Some people want to be millionaires and they want the lifestyle, and that's just what they want. And okay,
Good luck to 'em.
if
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
you
yeah.
want, get it. Some people just want to enjoy their kids, but they want money to be able to do that. And I think the majority of people just want to not have to worry about a bill coming through the door and knowing how they're going to pay for that bill, and being able to take their children on holiday and things like that. So I'd like to feel like this, where we're starting now, is the start of actually children and parents having more knowledge and more power and confidence to take control of their financial situation and their mental health and well-being, because it is a totally holistic approach. And we need a triangle where schools, parents and children are working in synergy. The schools I haven't even tackled. I'm looking at how we can do that. But I think there's a great community of people, entrepreneurs here today that are doing that. So I hope to partner with other businesses that are making waves. And I think we're about to catch a big wave. And we're just about to launch next year. And I just raised the pre-seed money that I needed.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And I've been stuck in a slingshot for 2 years. And I'm about to be released, and I just honestly, nothing's going to stop
help
me
us all.
unless, unless nature or something happens to me. But like in terms of, and God hope not, because I really want to succeed in my mission. And that is really helping families to the core get a better future and balanced life.
You speak really passionately about what you're doing. I have no doubt that you're going to get there. So
Thank you.
Not that you need my opinion or anything, but just hearing you, I think your mission is incredibly worthy. I relate 100%. Just on the money thing, do you think I think about like money obviously a lot of the time, and like, but it's not the money, it's like what the money gives me.
Yes.
And it's like, I just want options.
Yeah.
I want agency.
It's financial freedom.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know if I even like, consigned to that the idea of financial freedom as such. Like, it's just, yeah, I guess it is freedom actually. It's more like it's options.
It's choice.
Yeah, choice. Yeah, the perfect word for it actually, because it's when you've got a limited amount of resource, of money, whatever you want to call it, you're limited, and it's that limitation that makes you feel small and depressed and whatever other emotion that you might or feeling that you might feel. But I think what you're doing is incredible.
Honest, 10 years ago, I was sat there not knowing who I was, what I was going to do, what I was here for. Yeah, I knew I had a purpose. I didn't know what it was. And so I was like, I just don't know why I'm here. And I don't know what, I feel like I've got something to give, and I'm not doing that. And I just didn't have that inspiration to wasn't motivated in my work. And, when I became a mum, I just wanted to be a mum. So I enjoyed that. But then I lost that kind of entrepreneurial spirit because I was tired and because I was worried about money. And my husband at the time was worried about money. And, things changed for me. And when my husband and I, we were on different paths, and he was having a very successful career in his career where he'd put a lot of time and effort into his football. He played in lower leagues, but very good at football. And that was his passion. And I was like, what's my passion? What are my kids going to be proud of me for doing?
You need an identity, yeah, as well. Yeah.
The day I left, something just switched. I was the biggest, boldest move I've ever made. And it wasn't an easy choice. And, we are better for it as parents. Yeah. And it was scary. And I'd never paid a bill on my own. I gave money for bills, but I hadn't, taken that responsibility. Yeah. And it changed my life. And within 2 months, I came up with b-mee, and I felt that fire.
Amazing. And it's funny, actually. I was speaking to someone yesterday who I've known for a long time, and she actually mentored me. And she recently split up with her husband and got divorced, but it was like out of complete respect.
Yeah.
We just, again, it was one of those things. They had to go on different paths. They had different missions. Yeah. They were different people. And it's like, but out of that, they gained loads more, and they're still close, and they can co-parent incredibly. But
and it takes time, but so many people are going through it now. you know, so many parents are separating and children are having to deal with broken homes, and that is not what anyone wants. But it happens.
But you can't stay together for kids, can you?
And you know, when I was young, I was 21 when I met my husband, and he was 28. And I think, like you said, like you change and things didn't work, and you just have to accept that if I stay in this position around, you know, a person who doesn't necessarily see my potential, then I will never grow. And you have to take big, bold risks sometimes and believe in yourself, and that those risks do pay off.
The message is strong. I feel that. Yeah, it's there's loads of people that will be, you know, relative to. Sarah, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
I wish you all the best with what you're doing. I think it's really important what you're doing.
Thank you.
Financial literacy in children is just probably it's probably right up there in terms of problems to be solved right now. And where can people find you? Domains, social handles, that kind of thing.
Yeah, at the moment I'm mainly on LinkedIn for Sarah O'Reilly, and then we have b-mee.life, but we won't be launching the full website and socials until next year. So just keep an eye out for b-mee, B-M-E-E, and yeah, hopefully everyone will see us soon.
Amazing.
Thank you so
Sarah.
much for having
Enjoy
me.
the rest of the festival.